Hello Commanders, Commander Plater here, back with another video, and today we are talking about something not unique to Elite Dangerous, but actually quite prevalent in different multiplayer online games, ranging from World of Warcraft to Elite Dangerous and beyond. That's right, nerfs in computer games. Nerfing your favourite weapon, class or money making method in a game can lead to a great deal of frustration in gamers. You can go from wrecking other players in PvP to being absolutely ruined overnight, or go from making hundreds of millions of credits in hours to barely being able to break even in a day. Now, there may be some viewers watching who aren't exactly sure where the term nerf comes from or what it means. Now, the simplest definition is that a nerf is a change to a game that reduces the desirability or effectiveness of a particular game element. The term is also used as a verb for the act of making such a change. As for where the term came from, it originated in the online game Ultima Online, which was released in September 1997 for Windows and Linux. An update was dropped that made players feel as though they were playing the game with Nerf toys, rather than the weapons the characters were meant to be using. Of course, there are some different terms that are used which originate from this, such as Paladins have been hit with a Nerf bat, low temperature diamonds have been nerfed into the ground, or finally, man, they dropped the Nerf hammer hard. Nerfs are pretty common in online competitive games where being one class gives you a real advantage over others. This is normally part of the rebalancing in games and often leads to competitive players chasing the meta to keep up with the competition or having to come up with new methods to beat the competition entirely. Wait, did I just use another term that I now need to define? Yes I did. The meta can be defined in the simplest way through the acronym Most Effective Tactics Available. It shouldn't be confused with the similar term metagaming, and that's where you use outside information to gain an advantage. For example, watching someone's last few matchups, seeing what tactics they use in order to prepare a counter in advance. So, we've spoken about nerfs, and there is a natural opposite to nerfs, buffs. There are actually two types of buffs in gaming. One applies to the permanent improvements through a game update, such as an increase in attack range, or the price improvement for buying or selling. The second definition is a temporary improvement, such as drinking a potion to increase strength in an RPG, or having your shield recharge increased by a wingmate in Elite Dangerous. They will wear off. Another thing we really should talk about is bugs after patches. Now, these are not nerfs, and these are not buffs. Whilst they might have some of the same effects as a nerf or a buff, a nerf is intentional, but a bug is not. The nerf becomes a symptom for developers to diagnose the problem, and often bugs will require a quick patch to fix the issue, and if a quick patch can't be released, a holdover tactic might need to be used. The best example is the current situation in Elite Dangerous. With the most recent patch in Elite Dangerous, it was meant to rebalance the availability of precious mining goods, but it inadvertently affected the availability of the fuel for fleet carriers, tritium. It did also affect the availability of high-value goods, but to an extent that wasn't planned. Frontier, whilst working on a fix, gave players all a free refill on the fuel depot as a gesture of goodwill. This is a solid example of a holdover tactic, which, with the upcoming weekend, I'm sure players will have valued. We have been told that a fix is coming sooner rather than later. Until then, lots of commanders are stuck with not enough fuel to travel to the distant stars they might have planned to, but they are also having to pay an upkeep on their ships with in-game credits, whilst unable to engage in the gameplay they wish to. Unfortunately, I'm not a game developer, and nor do I work in the games industry, so I don't understand the ins and outs of game development. What I do understand is the effect bugs can have on players, and I imagine it's pretty frustrating. And this is a solid example of a bug, not a nerf. The outcome was unintentional, and it has widely affected players negatively. Now, I'm hoping that you found that interesting, something a little bit different for the channel. I'm going to hand over to you guys in the comment section now, so please tell me your most memorable nerfs or buffs in your favourite games. So, thank you for watching. Please make sure that you like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you get an alert every time I put a new video out. Also, whilst you're there, if you are looking to support the channel, please check out the links in the video description as there are a couple of different ways to do so. But once again, thank you for watching. Commander Plater, out.